Today on Natural 6 Gaming, we will be playing Friday, a solo adventure game. Friday was designed by Friedemann Friese in 2011 and published by Rio Grande Games. In this game, you play Friday, who is on a desert island that Robinson Crusoe crashes upon, so you have to help him get off the island by facing many dangers and then defeating the pirates that are waiting for him offshore. So, without further ado, let's play the game of Friday. Welcome to Friday, the solo adventure game. I have already shuffled all the cards out. To set up, you start off with all of your life tokens, take 2 and put them in the pool. That'll be used during the game. You'll be losing life and gaining life. Depending on the cards you draw, you'll see those as you come. This is the pool draw that you do as you age. You age every time you go through this deck, which is right here. Every time you go through that deck, you'll age. You'll take 1 card from this deck right here and put it in there, shuffle again. So this deck consists of the aging and then when you get really old. So the white beard and hair cards are the worst ones. So you try not to get to that stage, but you put the 3 of those on the bottom, 7 of the other aging on top. I've already shuffled those. I'll put those there. This is the stages of when you're fighting things or exploring the item, or the island rather. So I usually put those on here so that you kind of know what stage you're in. As you get more used to the game, you don't necessarily need these cards, but for the purpose of this video, I'll keep those cards out. So the green, I'll just show you an example. So the green stage, that's the first stage. When you go through the entire adventure deck, then you move to yellow and red after that. The green shows how many points you need to defeat the card. Green would be 2. The next stage of this card came up again would be 5, and you get 3 cards in order to get that 2 points, 5 cards, 5 points and 8 points, that kind of a thing. So I'll shuffle that back in so that these are nice and shuffled for the game. These are the pirates that you would fight at the end of the game if you get that far. So I already shuffled those. I'm just going to draw them. So if we get to this point, the 2 pirates that we'll have to face, this is just 30 points that you have to complete in order to defeat that pirate. And then this pirate is +2 hazard points for each aging card. So that would be each aging card that you have drawn throughout the game, +2, and that would be the point total that you need in order to defeat that pirate. So sometimes this pirate is actually an easier one to defeat. These are your starting cards. They consist of 1, 2, a few 1s, a lot of 0s, and a lot of -1s. So you want to try to get rid of this deck and replace them with this deck for as much as possible. So to start off, you draw 2 discovery adventure cards, and then you choose one to see which one you think you might to be able to defeat. So this early in the game, I have a very low possibility of defeating a 4, so we're just going to put that aside. We're going to try for 2 cards to defeat it for 1 point because we are in the green season. So I'm just going to put that card up here. I'm going to draw 2 cards. 1 card, I got a 0, and then I can draw another card. I got another 0. Now, if you do not get the 1 point after 2 cards, you can choose to stop drawing and pay one life point for each negative you're at. So right now I'm 1 point away from that. If I decided to stop drawing, I could pay 1 life point, and then that would get rid of one of these cards. If I paid 2 life points, I could get rid of both of those cards. Up here in the right corner, it shows how many life points it costs to get rid of the card. And of course, the top left shows how many points it is for battle. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay the 1 life point that gets me up to there. That'll get rid of this card. And then I'm going to pay the other life point to get rid of this card as well. So if you do not defeat the adventure card, this one I did not, so this one just goes right back in the deck for the next time you draw through the thing. So we'll go to the second one. Once again, I got basically the same thing, wild animals and exploring the island. I'm going to try explore the island again, and hopefully I'll get 1 point. So I got distracted for -1 points, so I'm definitely going to draw again. I got distracted for -2 points. So another aspect of the game is if I want to keep drawing, as many times as I want to draw, it'll cost 1 life point. So since I'm now at 3 life points in order to just get rid of this card and just stop playing, I definitely want to play a life point just to see if I can get back up. So I'm going to play a life point, play a card. I got a 0. The difference with this one is I got an extra thing in this card, so I do want to play that. So in order to play that, what I usually do is I just put it aside, and then I turn it to the side, and that means I get 2 life back, which is going to help me with getting rid of these cards and just walking away from exploring the island. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have -2 and then 1, so that means I have to pay 3 life in order to walk away. So I'm going to play the 3 life, and with the 3 life, I'm just going to get rid of these 2 cards because I want to keep the +2 life card. So you don't have to get rid of all the cards that are on the table. You just have to pay if there's more that you want to get rid of. So since this one I'm not getting rid of, I'm just going to put it aside here for when I draw more from over here. And this card goes away. Draw 2 more cards. So this one's a little easier. Further explore the island for 2 points, or with the raft to the wreck. That needs 0 points to get, and it's a phase -1, which is a great card to have later on in the game. So I'm just going to get rid of this and hope that I get a 0 as far as defeating this. And I did. So I draw 1 card. I got a 0, which is the defeat, the points that I need to defeat this card. So since I defeated this card, I keep this one, and I also get this one into my deck. So here's another one. So this is the part where you kind of had to figure out which one you want to keep as far as what cards down the road. Now, the one-time destroy is a great card to have for when you have these aging cards in your deck. So I'm going to try for that one. It's another 0. So I'm going to put this one away and draw 1 card. I got a 0, so that means I did defeat this. So I get both of those cards. And I go to the next. And I got the same thing again. Now, I do like the 1 life because that helps as far as drawing cards. That helps down towards the end of the game. So I'm going to do that and just wait for the +2 cards one down the road. Draw 1 card. I got a 0, so I defeated it. So I get that card. So both of these are the same. The double, 1x double, is a great card to have for down the road as well. So I'm going to take that one and hope that I get 2 points with 3 cards. So I got 1 point because I'm focused. And I got the genius, which is 2 points. So since I got it in 2 cards, I can draw 3, but I already have it in 2 cards, so I don't have to draw that 3rd card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop right here, grab that card, and go to the next. So the exchange is a good one, but I really like this copy card because the copy card makes it so that you can copy an ability of another card. So say I had these two cards, this copy card could copy the 2 times exchange if I wanted to. So that's a very powerful card to have. So I'm going to go for that one. It is a 0 point to defeat. And I defeated it with 1 card with that focus card. So I'm just going to take that right now. So I still don't think I can get that 4, especially since a couple of the ones have already come through and the 2. So I definitely don't think I can do that one yet. So I'm going to put the wild animals away. I'm going to go after the 1 point with 2 cards, and I get 1 life if I get this card. And I got it on 1 card, which is great. I think that's the last 1 point card that I have in this deck. So that worked out perfectly. So I'll just stop right now with the 1 point. And I don't think I can get either of those, but I will still try for the destroy. And I got a 0. I can draw 2 cards. And I got another 0. I'm going to stop right there because I only have to pay 1 life because I'm 1 and this is 0. So I pay 1 life, but I'm going to pay a 2nd life so I can get rid of both of those zeros. And then this goes back in the adventure deck. So I do have a few cards left. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go with this one because this is, I can draw 3 cards without spending a life. I don't think I can get that 2, but I also don't think I can get that 1. So I'm going to do that, and that way I can possibly get rid of some cards. So I'm going to draw 1. There's a 0. Distracted for a -1. And then another -1. So this is going to cost me a lot, but it's going to be worth it because I'm going to get rid of 2 -1s and a 0. So I'm at -2, which means I'm 4 under. So I'm going to have to pay 4 in order to walk away, but I get to get rid of all these because that is 3 life. So I'm going to get rid of those. This goes back in the deck. I draw 2 more. So I might have a 0 left in here, so I think I'm going to try for this one. Because this is the last card before I age. Oh, and I didn't. I got a -1. But that's okay. Because that I would only have to pay 1 life in order to get to 0, and then I can get rid of this -1. So I'll do that. Now I have to shuffle. So when you shuffle, every time you go through your action deck, you have to add 1 of the aging cards. So I'm going to do that right here. And I'm going to shuffle. Okay, so I have shuffled. I put 1 of the aging cards in. Now we're going to draw again. So now I have a better chance of getting some of these higher numbers. So I'm going to go for the exploring the island because it is a 1. I got a 0, but I can draw 2 cards without getting rid of a life. And I got a 1, so I completed this. I beat exploring the island, but before I get rid of everything, put those over here, I can expend this for 1 life. So I get 1 life back, and now I can put these cards over here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try for this 4, because I do have some good cards in here now. And we're getting closer to the next difficulty level, which would be 7 if I did that. So I'm going to go for this 4, get rid of this. I can draw 4 cards in order to try and get that 4. So I got a 0, another 0, a 1, and a 0. So before I draw any more, I'm going to get life. I can get 1 life here and 2 life here. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to stack those. I get 3 life. And then I'm going to spend 1 life to hopefully get closer to that 4 and draw again. So I got a little closer. What I can do is I can use this copy effect to get 2 more life. So I'm going to do that. And since I got 2 more life, I might as well draw 1 more time. I got a 1. So now I have 2 towards the 4. And I think I'm going to spend another life. Oh, but now I got this. This is an aging card, and that's a -2. So now I'm back down to 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep drawing because I know I have a destroy card in there. If I get a destroy card, I can get rid of this stupid card. So I'm going to spend 1 more life. I got a phase 1, which is not going to help me in this battle. So I'm going to, it might be stupid. I'm just going to keep going for it, though. And I got another 0. At this point, I think I may have to just cut my losses. So I have 2 here, and then -2. So that brings me back down to 0. So I have a 4. So I have to spend 4 in order to walk away from the wild animals. So I'll spend 4. I walk away from the wild animals, but with those 4 points, I can get rid of some cards. What I can do is I can get rid of the 2 weeks, because they're 1 life each. And then an aging card costs 2 life to get rid of. I have 2 left that I spent to walk away, so I can get rid of the aging card now as well. I'll keep these, and I walked away. That did hurt me a lot for life, but we'll see. So now I know I have some good cards in here. So I'm going to try for the cannibals. So I have 5 cards to get 5 points, because that's a nice 4-point action card. So I got my 2, and I can double something. 2. So now I don't have to draw anymore, because what I could do is I can double this point total by doing this, and that gives me 6 points, which beats this card. So I'll do that, and that worked out pretty well. Now these are the last 2 cards for this phase. And I have some decent cards in here now, so I'm going to try for this too, because this is the last part of the green phase. So I might as well go for broke with the big cards here. All right, I got a 0 with a destroy, and I got a 1. Now I have to reshuffle. I add an aging card, and I shuffle this, and I still have 3 cards left to draw. So I do have a good chance of getting 5 points, and I have this destroy card out here, so if I happen to draw the aging card, I could destroy it, which would be very nice. All right, so I shuffled, and I got the aging card, exactly what I was hoping would happen. So I can turn this to destroy right away, just get rid of that aging card. And I still have 2 cards that I can draw to hopefully get up to 5 points. And I can copy an ability. I don't need to destroy anything right now. All right, so now is the question. I have 3 points. Do I keep going? I think I do, because I would like that 4. So I'm going to spend 1 life to draw again. And now I have 4 points. I'm going to spend 1 more life because I need that card. And I got it. Unfortunately, I lost my double, but I still got that card. So grab all those, put those for next, and now we go to the next difficulty phase. And we shuffle all the action card or the adventure cards that we have not done yet. Start all over again. Now we're on the yellow difficulty. So now I can try for 4 cards to get 7 points or 2 cards to get 3. I think what I'm going to do, because I have some good cards in here now, and this is 3 and a destroy. I'm going to go for that one. I got a 1 with a life, and I got a 4, so that's great, because now I'm at 5 of 7. 6 of 7 with 1 card left to draw. I got a 0. So what I'm going to do before I do anything else, I'm going to tap both of these to get 2 life. And then I'm going to spend 1 life to draw 1 more card. And it just gave me another life, so basically got a life back. It's going to spend a life to draw another card. And I can phase it down to green. So phase -1, if I tap that, that brings it from the 7 down to 4, and I have 6 points, so I beat that card with that. So that worked out really well. So I'm going to, I know I have some good cards still. My deck building is not doing too well, but I'm going to go for the 3 cards for 5 points. Because why not? I'm not doing too well in this game, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. Got a 0 and a 1. So before I draw 1 more card, I'm just going to tap that to get 2 life. And now we have to shuffle again, put another aging card in the deck, and I have 1 card left to draw, and hopefully if I got one of my 4 battle cards, that would be great. So let's see what happens. I got a 1. So now the question is, do I keep going? And I think I do. I'm going to keep going. I have 2 points. I just need 3 points more. I got a destroy, which is good. So I'm going to keep going because I don't want to get rid of that destroy if I can destroy one of my aging cards. But now I have that 0. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to spend my 3 life. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to go 1 more point. I'm going to go 1 more. Okay, I got 1 more point. I'm going to get that life back. So now I'm at 3 of 5. I might as well spend that life I just got. 4 of 5. I'm going to do it 1 more time. Get a life, spend a life. Might as well spend that life as well. Get a life, spend a life. And at phase 1. So that goes, phase -1, that goes down to 2. And I have the 2 points. So it worked. I went through a lot of cards though. But that's okay. Both of these cards are the same, but I like the 1 life with the 2 because I do already have a couple destroy cards. But I like the destroy. I'm going to get rid of the, I'm going to go for the destroy card. And I got a 3, which is great because hopefully I can get a 2 or something. But I can copy this if I have to destroy something, so I still have 1 more card to draw. I got a 4. I have to go 1 more time. And there we go. So I got a 2. So I got 6. I just take care of that. Got those. And next. So they're both the same. However, this one has a special action with a double. I do like the doubles, so I'm going to go with that even though this is a higher battle number. 2 cards. And I killed it with 1 card because I needed a 3 and I got a 4. So that worked out all right. So a 7 or a 1. I only have a couple cards, 3 cards left. So I might as well go for the 7. I'll do that. And I got my stupid card again, so that's not good to start off with. But then that the genius card negated that. And then 3. So I'm 3 points under that 7. So I'm going to keep going. I have to draw an aging card and shuffle again. So my 4th card is a 1, but I can double an amount. So if I do this, I double that, and that will give me my 7 points. The problem with that is if you win in a battle, you cannot get rid of any cards unless you had the destroy card. So unfortunately, this stupid card stays in my deck. But I also keep that. Well, these are both exactly the same cards, so I'll just keep one of them. And I should be able to get a 1. I got a 2, so that was an easy win, but it wasn't the best card to get. I know I have some good cards in here, so I'm going to go for the high amount, the 7. However, I really like the sort card. I'm going to go with that instead. I'm going to go for the sort. The sort card, you can sort the top 3 cards of your battle deck, which is called the Robinson deck. I hadn't mentioned that before, and put them in any order back. So I got 2 in a destroy, 0 in a destroy, and a 4. I just got rid of both of my destroys, which is horrible. I did get this card, but now if any of my aging cards comes up, that's not going to be a great thing. So this one will be really easy to get, and it'll give me 2+2 cards, so I'm going to do that. I got 1. I'll tap that for 2 life, and then I'll use 1 life to draw again. And I got my 1, so I got the card. So that worked out all right. It's a brand new deck, so I might as well go for the 5. Because they were both the same battle, and this one just has an extra ability. So I got a 1, 2, and 3. I can tap both of these for 2 life. I'll spend 1 life to draw again. And then I got a 0. I'll spend that life, tap it for 1 life, spend it for another card. And that goes back to phase -1, so that goes back to green for 2. I have 3 points, so I won. Both are exactly the same, however, I do like the +2 card, so I'm going to go for that one. And I just need 1 card to give me 1 point. And unfortunately, this is a horrible aging card because it makes you stop. So if this had 3 cards that you can draw, and I drew that on the first one, you have to stop. And then if you want to draw more, you have to spend a life to draw more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right there, because unfortunately I have to spend 1 to leave this card, but then I can spend another 1 to get rid of this because that was 2 life. So I'm going to get rid of the aging card because that's a horrible one. Get rid of that. And now we're down to the last card. Now, if it comes down to 1 last card before you go to the next danger phase, difficulty phase, you can choose to leave it or you can choose to battle it. This one's a great card, so I'm going to choose to battle it with 4 cards. Got a 0, a 2, a 0, and a 1. So I have 3 points. I'm going to use this to add 1 card, which means that I don't have to spend a life to add the card. That gave me a 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 away from that. However, I can use this copy card. But before I do that, I'm going to destroy this. No, I'm going to wait because I have to shuffle right now, and I might get another aging card. And if I get the aging card, I'm going to destroy that instead. Because now I think I have 2 aging cards in my deck still. All right. So I've drawn 4 cards. I'm going to copy again. I'm going to copy this +1 card. And I got a 2. So that actually made it so I got up to the 7 because I'm still on the danger threat of yellow. I'm going to use this to destroy this weak just because no other bad cards are really up right now. And then I get that card. And now we go to threat level red. And this is the last phase you go through before you battle the pirates. All right, so now we are in threat red. So we're gonna go here, and now we're at the top level threat. So I would need 2 cards for 6 points or 3 cards for 8 points. Since it's the same point value, but this gives me a life, I'm gonna go for the 8 points. 2. And that gives me a -1 phase, so I'm just gonna, that's great. And 1, so I'm gonna put that down to phase yellow. And I have 5 points, I can double the 2. So that would give me 4 and 5, and I was able to get this because of the -1 phase. That worked out really well. Now we have 2 zeros, but I like this +2 card one. So I'm going to do that. And I need 3 points for 1 card. That's going to be difficult. But I was able to do it. That's perfect. So I'll stop because I won this card. However, I'm still going to tap this before I put it away. So I'm going to sort 3 cards, the top 3 cards of the deck, into any order I want. So I don't like this 0, but these give me 2 life. So I'm going to put those on top with the 0 third, and we'll see what cards I have next. So 2 6s. This gives me a copy, which is good for when I have those high cards. So I'm going to go for that one instead of the 2 points one. I have a 6. And I know for a fact that the top 2 cards are 1s because I did my sort. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get 2 life by tapping both of those. I'll spend 1 life because this will be a 0. But then it gives me 2 exchange. So what I can do is I can tap this to exchange these 2 cards for 2 more cards, and that does not do anything. However, I don't want to get rid of these because they're 1s, and I still need 6 points. I'm at 4. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to spend a life to get another card, and I got a 4. That actually worked out perfect. So I don't actually have to exchange anything. So I have 6 points. I got this card. So a 6 and 11. I know I have some good cards in here, but I'm not sure if I can get 11 points with 4 cards. But I'm getting so close and so down there in life that I may just go for broke here. I'm not, because I don't know if I can beat these pirates anyway, so I'm just going to go for broke. I'm going to go 4 cards for 11 points and see what happens. 2 points. 1 point. 2 more points. I can sort the cards. So before I draw my 4th card, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sort the top 3 cards. And one of them is... Oh, this is perfect. Because one of them is an aging card and the other one is a destroy card. And the other one is a 4. So that actually works out really well. So I'm going to put the aging card first, and then the destroy card, and I'm just going to have to spend a life to get to it. So my 4th card is the aging card, which is -1 life, but that doesn't happen until the end of the battle. So if I destroy that card before the end of this battle, or before I leave the battle, I don't lose that life. So I'm going to spend a life to get this +2, and I'm going to use the destroy to destroy that card to get it out of there. So now I have 4, 6, 7 points, and the next card is a 4, which gets me my 11. So I might as well spend that life. Do that, because the double wouldn't have gotten me to the 11 points, so I had to do that anyway. So I got that. And now I have 1 life. Now, one thing to note, you can play all the way until you have no life. And then if you have to spend a life after you have nothing in your pool, then that's when the game is over. So technically I have 2 life left right now. Or 1 life left before I lose the game, rather. So I might as well go for the 6, because it gives me 2 cards. And I'm just going to do that, go for broke, like I said before. 0 with a destroy. I got a +2 card, so I can tap that right now to get 2 more cards. Right there. I can get 3 life by tapping both of those. And then I can spend 1 life to draw another card. And I got a focused, so that gives me 1 point. That is not going well towards the 6. I literally have to go, because if I left right now, I would lose. So, draw another card. And I got a stupid, which I can destroy that right now. And now I have to reshuffle with another aging card. This is going to be interesting to see if I can get through this last fight. Spent a life. Oh, I got a 3. So that gives me 4 points, and I can +1 card. And I got 6. Look at that. That was perfect. So now I can do this, but before I do that, I'm going to sort the cards. I'm going to sort the top 3 cards for the next and possibly final battle. So I have a 4, 1, and a 1. I can do a copy. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the 1 with the ×1 copy underneath the 4. And unfortunately, I don't have any other ability cards after that, so down to the last battle, which is only a 3, and I have a 4 right there. Now the question is, I think I'd rather use that 4 towards the pirates. So I'm going to leave this card, since it's the last card, there isn't 2 to choose from, I don't have to do it. So I'm just going to leave it. And now the phases are over, and now we come to the pirates. So I'm at the pirates. I have 1 life left. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, but we'll see. So you have to fight each pirate by themselves. So since the 30 points, that's going to be tough to do. I'm going to try this one first. I get 2 hazard points for each aging card. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe I have 2 more in here, which means I have 7 times 2, so I have 14 points to destroy this this pirate. So I'm going to try for that one first and just see what happens. I have 5 cards to try and get 14 points. So I got the 4, the 1, which I can copy another card, another 1, a 0 plus 2 cards, and my 5th card is a 2 plus 1 card. So this is great, because with my 1 copy, so I can do the 2 cards first. 1 and a 2. With my copy, I can copy the +2 cards, but I can also double the 4. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to double the 4. So I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That defeats that. The problem is I can't keep any of these cards towards this pirate. So those go away. And this pirate is defeated. So I'll put him back up here and I'll just kind of put him sideways like that. Now I have to get 8 cards for 30 points. A 3 and a destroy. A 2 and a life. Phase -1 does nothing with the pirates, unfortunately. Sort 3 cards. I'm at 4 cards. I'm going to sort the cards right now, just so I can see what I'm doing, what I have ahead of me. So I have a 2 and a destroy, 1 and a copy, and then a 1 with nothing. I'm gonna keep them in this order because it really doesn't matter. The good thing is I can tap this right away to get 1 life, and then I'll keep the copy in case I get a 2 life one or something like that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 more cards to draw. All right, so I am at my 8 cards. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14 points. I'm going to, before I use this I don't want to use the copy just yet. So I'm going to spend 1 life to draw another card. I can exchange 2 cards. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tap that. Before I tap that, I am going to copy for 1 life. Now I'm going to tap this. I'm going to exchange these 2 zeros, which they just go in the discard, and then I draw 2 more cards. Which that worked out pretty well. I'm going to just tap this for 1 life. Now I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, 18 points. I'm getting closer. I'm going to exchange this 0 right here. I got this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy it right away. Just get rid of that, because that's a horrible one. It changes the highest card to a 0, so it would have changed this 4 to a 0. So get rid of that right away. So now I'm at 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 still. So now I need to keep drawing. So a life. So 19 points. I'm going to tap that for a life, which I'm just going to spend for another card. So that is 21, I believe. 4, 6, 8, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. I'm going to double the 4. So 21, so that's 25. I need 5 more points for that 30. Spend a life. I need 3 more points. I am now going to add another aging card, shuffle, and hopefully I can get this. This is really close. All right, I spend the life. And I got a 1 with a destroy, which does not help. I ended up being 2 points away from defeating this pirate and getting Robinson Crusoe off the island. That was a close game. That's the closest I've come the last time I played, I had this card for the second pirate as well, and I think I came within 5 points that time. So, anyways, this is Friday. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Please like and subscribe. That helps my channel out a lot. And put some comments down in the link if you have any questions or you find something that I may have done wrong, because, you know, I'm human and I get things wrong every once in a while. So thanks for watching the playthrough, and I look forward to the next video. Have a great day.